Snyder Junkies!
So this week, obviously, a very big event is happening tomorrow, 4 years in the making. 3 a.m., the Synder Cut will be dropping on HBO Max.
I understand that they work off Pacific time, but I'm getting tired of 3 a.m.
I am too.
I know, me too. me too.
Just drop it.
They get
At midnight.
on midnight.
Just give it to
we
us
gotta
at
wait till
midnight.
3 a.m.
Right. Here's the crazy thing. With a 3 a.m. drop, and it's supposed to be 4 hours long.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. It's one thing to do it for WandaVision, 3 a.m., half an hour, you go to bed, right? 4 hours? I think not, my friend. I don't.
That's literally get up extra early, watch it, and then go to work immediately after. It's like, nah, dude.
No. But anyway, so there's a lot of anticipation for it, obviously. The Synder Cut fans have been all over just working themselves up in the lather over its release this week. The reviews have come out. They've been mostly positive. Does anybody carry any weight into these overwhelmingly positive early reviews?
We've had positive DC reviews before.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, even Wonder Woman 84 had positive reviews.
Dude, that one hurts so damn bad.
It's like positive reviews don't mean anything to me anymore because it's like, look, I review stuff, and my opinion means something to me. It might mean something to other people too. That's great.
Right.
However, when it comes to certain things, especially superhero movies, I see it for myself.
Agreed.
I don't take. Because it's like everybody looks at it through their own lens, and it's like you got your comic fans that look, oh, it need to be this comic accurate. It's like, no, not necessarily. It's an adaptation of something you read probably 20 years ago.
Yeah. So I want to know what everybody else in the chat says. Obviously, I want to know what my fellow panelists think as well. Amarak, Megashawn, Dido, why are you looking forward to the Synder Cut this tomorrow? And are you going to watch it first time all the way through 4 hours straight? That's another good question.
That's gonna be a big download.
Sean,
I'm just waiting on the reviews.
Well, the reviews are out there.
Reviews are already out.
Yeah, the reviews are already out there.
You know, I'm just waiting on everybody to see it and say stuff. I'm going into this with meh.
You waiting on your peer
expectations?
review?
Max, and that's a good thing to do.
Just watch it.
Yeah.
You'll
Here's
waste more
my
time
thing.
waiting for it.
If he would have went through the same thought process as Fahey did, then this would have been an episodic thing somewhere that would have been better to watch. I couldn't imagine sitting somewhere and watching all 4 hours of WandaVision in one sitting. So they were smart to break it up. That's what they should have figured that out for this and not watch it. I'm not going to sit for 4 hours and watch this thing right now, knowing that I didn't even like the first thing I saw in the first place, and this is supposed to fix it. Yeah, I'll watch it at some point.
Okay, Megashawn.
Listen, I sat in the theater like a real G should and watched all of the Hateful Eight. So me sitting in the comfort of my own home with a large fry, 2 cheeseburgers, and the blood of my enemies and a jug of water, I'm more than likely going to run through the entire 4. I mean, obviously, I might pause it and run upstairs and get some more refreshments, but I mean, it's only 4 hours, you know.
Okay, hold on. We all know that you got a pretty high metabolism from all that working out and stuff. Did you really just say a large fry and 2 cheeseburgers for 4 hours worth of Synder Cut?
Yeah, he did. He said this yesterday.
That's not a lot of caloric
That's what The Rock
intake.
eats.
No, The Rock eats about 14 chickens and a big stack of pancakes.
Matt, in this picture, he eating 2 cheeseburgers.
I know, right? Yeah, dude, he's like this.
It literally just popped up
like
here.
these,
Yeah. So I mean,
Okay.
I mean, obviously, you all have watched me eat. The burgers probably won't make it past the credits.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, I'll have the food, and you know what? Depending on how good the burger is, I might have a nap. So maybe I should plan the burger halfway through the movie, and then that'll get me all the way to the end. But
It's hilarious that you brought up Hateful Eight because we were all in that same theater, and that intermission came up was like, oh, thank goodness I can stand up for a second.
and my son and my nephew both went to sleep, but I was there. You know, I was awake for the whole thing.
Oh no, no doubt.
That's what I tend to do.
Okay.
All right. So, so some of the early reviews, and I pretty much got excoriated for this a couple of weeks ago when I said that the Synder Cut, if people are thinking that this is going to be a drastically different film, they're kind of kidding themselves because at the source of it all, it's still the same film. A lot of the same story beats are still there, and even some reviews have backed that up. It is essentially the same thing, story beats. It's just fleshed out even more, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
The story beats are there, but they've already said Whedon reshot about 60%, if not more, than what Zack Snyder had done.
But even, and our good friend Eric Joseph, who saw it and reviewed it himself, even he said that yes, while that is true, Whedon still followed the same story beats and just reshot them and reframed them in a different way.
Because I understand that, but what I'm saying is you can have, as long as you got 4 walls and a roof, guess what you got? You got a structure or a house or a shed or whatever.
Right.
There's a difference between a house and a mansion. Zack Snyder's gone back and got rid of all that garish fluff and crap that Whedon put on his film and said, you know what? I want my marble floors back. I want my, my crushed linen wallpaper back. It's like he went back and put all of his original accoutrements back into this film, and now it's going to be his original vision.
Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
What did you just say?
Accoutrements.
Accoutrement.
One more time?
Accoutrements.
I haven't had to go to the dictionary in years.
I know you ain't been on the show in a while. So there you go.
Oh wow!
I'm just saying. But the thing is, anybody that's ever done something creative like that, when you are at the beginning and you helm it all the way through, you feel like, okay, cool, I've accomplished something.
Right.
If you have to hand it off, it sucks because now somebody's going to take what you originally wanted to do and they're going to kind of put their own little spin on it, and it's just like, ew.
All right, so out of the chat, a couple of things. Fallen Marvel gifted 5 tier 1 subs. So thank you, Fallen Marvel.
All right, Fallen,
Not a simp has said that I'm hoping it's a little more serious than the original, and hopefully Snyder has made it worth the 4 hours. Primus said that this is like a 6 hours director's cut of Titanic. We all know how that shit's gonna sink.
Wait. There was a
we
6
just
hour?
don't need an extra.
No,
few.
he said
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
same
We
as-
already know
he's
what this
equivocating
is.
it to being like a 6 hour cut of the director's cut of Titanic.
Thank you.
I was
That's
gonna
what I'm
watch. I only
saying.
saw the movie once in the theater the first time, and when I walked out of the theater, I didn't have.
Did you like it?
I liked it when I walked out of the theater. I didn't have that disgusting feeling that I had when I watched Man of
DVS.
Steel. Huh?
BVS.
Yeah. Or Batman versus, not Man of Steel. Man of Steel was just but Batman versus Superman. But because for me, I don't get too freaking hypercritical about stupid movies. Either I was entertained or I'm not entertained. And I felt like I was entertained in that movie. I felt like they did some things that these characters needed. But I haven't gone back and watched it again.
Cassidia75 says Snyder should do the next Star Wars movie.
Hey.
Yo.
Hey, throw all
No.
the names in the hat on Star Wars because apparently it needs some help. But real quick,
I said that in my brain at like 10:30 this morning. I was
know,
like,
but
wait a
he
minute.
just pulled it
Snyder
off.
would probably not mess up like an offbeat Star Wars movie. He could probably do something that's so far.
a
You know-
visual masterpiece.
Cinematically, that probably would
He
look
probably
really
could.
good. It probably
Dude, I
would look
said
really
that
good.
to myself this morning.
That's cool. But okay, going back to jump off of Dido's point, I remember us all sitting there watching it, and I had a good feeling about the movie until I got back home and thought about it because I was just like, no, for real, because that was the problem.
Right.
Because I was finally happy to see them do some, more comic book like stuff.
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah.
Superman coming in, truth, justice, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and actually, showing how strong he really is or how fast he really is. That was cool.
Yeah.
But you guys all know I love Batman. I did not like how they did that
Yo.
flip on Affleck because he
Yeah.
went from super hardcore serious. Now, granted, he was a little bit overdone in Batman vs Superman, but then you turn into this one and it's like he's cracking jokes.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
And
I'm
they're
like,
bad ones,
that's
too.
very
They're
that's
They're
like
bad jokes.
yeah,
too.
and it's like he's doing dad jokes. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not Batman.
No.
And again, I'm not trying to compare it to the animated series because you can never compare to that. I'm not comparing it to comics. But as a core of the character, Batman is not the jokey. It's like he's got dark humor. He's not the cracking jokes and puns, and it's like
Right.
so when they went there, I was like, okay, and then of course now we got Snyder Cut. Even in that one trailer, you see he's more serious.
Yes.
So I want to see how.
Yeah.
Those little nuances to me is what's going to make this either make or break this one, or whether or not it's like, look, you're steering it away from the Whedon, more comical tone to look, this is the end of the world potentially. So what y'all got?
True.
So that's I want to see that.
Cassidia75 says, I want to see that Joker scene.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
With Leto. I could have done without more Leto Joker. I've not been a fan of his.
He might. I think he's going a different way. Go ahead, Dotto.
I just
we'll see.
Leto's Joker. They didn't direct him in the right way. He could have been. I think it would have probably not been bad had they actually given him something, because his look, it's not our traditional Joker. I personally don't give a shit about that because you have a million different looks for the Joker. Yeah, it's just something different. And in comic books, I'm sorry, you have to accept different in comic books because every writer, every artist comes along and they're gonna do what they feel is right for that character. We just didn't see enough, and Leto is a good enough actor to probably pull something out that could have been worthy of the Jokerness.
Yeah,
but we just didn't see enough. So
I don't disagree with that. The way he was used in Suicide Squad.
I forgot that movie.
Just
I only
didn't.
saw it once.
Yeah, it just to me it just didn't. It just didn't resonate with me. So that kind of soured me on Leto as the Joker. And when he first got cast, I was super excited. And then when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. A couple of things before we wrap up on this topic. Marcus A64, is Granny Goodness in this? Yes, she is.
Oh, really?
Yes, you see her in the trailer.
You do see her in the trailer.
I didn't look at no trailers.
So is Decide. Decide is there too. Darkseid and Granny better be on point, Cassidia says. And Preem says, I think people ended up not being a fan of Leto, of it being Leto's Joker. It's because they didn't flesh out the story they were going to give him. From all the interviews, they literally decimated his role. And you could make that argument for who is being called the superstar of this film, Ray Fisher. And his Cyborg.
Oh goodness!
They say he gets so much of a meaty role. It may justify a lot of the reasons why he's calling out Warner Brothers, because for it as being his debut film, he really acted his ass off. That's what I'm hearing.
Did he get paid?
He did.
So what's the problem?
The problem is a lot of his stuff a lot of his really good stuff got left on the cutting room
That
floor.
happens all the time. It happened to Jared Leto.
This is devil's advocate. I'm just playing here.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
and that's fine. But it happens all the time. So it's not like you get paid based on how much screen time you get. You get paid on the fact that you came in, you acted, you did your thing.
All right, everybody, we're gonna wrap up on the Synder Cut.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed that clip. Make sure you check out our live content on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/culturejunkies. We also have a lot of content available on YouTube, unboxings as well as Blu-ray reviews. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/culturejunkies. And on top of all of that, if you go to culturejunkies.net, you can check out our merch store. The link is culturejunkies.net/merch. There's a lot of great merchandise there. So there's links and logos and stuff all around me. So check those out, and we will see you next time.